Hello and welcome to Reality TV Cringe. I am one of your hosts, the redhead with a fat cat, Delia, here with my real tight homegirl and my daughter-in-law, the greenhead with the razor blade, Peaches.
What's up?
We are here to take your phone calls.
We had a lot of y'all.
A lot of you actually called in, which again is not an actual phone call.
Yeah.
But you did reach out and let us know how you are feeling about various and sundry things happening in the Sister Wives multiverse. And we're about to get into it. But before we do, we have to warn you, please hide your wife and hide your kids. This is a politically incorrect podcast. We say a lot of bad words, although I'm getting better.
Okay.
Tell me I'm getting better. I
You're
feel
not.
like I'm making an
No, you're
effort.
not. No, you're not.
Okay, well, we say a lot of bad words. We have stupid opinions, and so do you. And you call in with them,
Yeah.
which we love.
We love it.
But if you're sensitive,
Go away. You're boring.
you might want to find yourself another dumpster baby.
Bye.
But if you're down to sound off with a bunch of very good-looking and fat raccoons, welcome to this dumpster.
If you like what we do over here, please be sure to follow us on Instagram at Reality TV Cringe and join us over on Patreon, patreon.com/realitytvcringe. That's a very stinky, trashy dumpster over there.
Yeah. If you want to get in the mess, that's where you go.
100%.
If you are watching on YouTube, please don't forget to like and comment and share and subscribe, because truly everything you do helps us to get just a little bit fatter. And the fatter we are, the happier we are.
Yep.
And so thank you.
Thank you.
All right. If you want to call in and sound off and give us your opinion on whatever, well, we are here to hear it.
Yeah.
All you have to do is go to speakpipe.com/realitytvcringe. That's right. Speakpipe.com/realitytvcringe. All you have to do is like activate or enable your microphone and just talk right into your smartphone.
It's free.
You have 90 seconds. You
Yeah.
can tell us whatever you want to tell us. Now, we cannot guarantee that we will play your message because we're getting a lot of
We're
calls.
so popular.
We're getting a lot of
all
calls
over around
at
the
the
world.
dumpster.
Oh my God.
But there's a good chance that
Yeah.
we will.
We try to.
And so we encourage you to call. We love to hear from you.
We do.
Now, who is our first caller? Beatrice.
All right. Our first caller
Yeah.
is a guy. You're going to freak out about who it is.
Nuh-uh.
I screen all these before we show them on the pod, but you're going to freak out.
Is it my husband again?
No.
Is he calling about that fat cat again?
No, I hope he never calls again.
Hey ladies, this is James calling in from a dumpster located in a neighborhood of My Take on Reality. I love your show, longtime listener. My unpopular opinion: the subtle difference in Kody's relationship with his wives is heartbreaking, but I feel is true. The OG3 were the women he could get at that stage in his life, whereas Robyn was the type of woman he always wanted. For 20 years, he did what was expected of him as a husband, father, and member of his church. When the prospect of a show emerged, he was not only presented with a new potential for money and fame, but the opportunity to have the type of woman he always wanted. Here's a saying I'm quite fond of: money will get you the woman that you want. The struggle will get you the woman that you need. With maturity, you learn the value of the latter. Unfortunately for Kody, particularly in the Sister Wife fandom, he's known for a lot of things, but maturity isn't one of them. That's my take, and if you're ever in the neighborhood, the door to my dumpster is always open. Have a good one.
Oh my God. We're famous.
Beatrice, how long have you known that he called us and you didn't tell me?
You know I had to keep this a secret, girl.
Oh my God, I'm fangirling so hard.
I
I have
can't
been
believe
watching James since
Me
he
too.
started his channel.
Yep.
We have shouted him out several times
Hi,
here at
James.
Reality
Oh my
TV
God.
Cringe. I just love him because he's coming through with like that no nonsense, common sense critique of what's happening. And he also like just has the ability to see aspects that I didn't necessarily think about.
Yeah.
And I really, really love James. The name of his YouTube channel is My Take on Reality. Does he have a podcast?
I don't think he has got a podcast. I think he's just on YouTube.
Just on YouTube. And
Yeah.
if you're not subbed to James,
my God.
and you are in the Sister Wives universe,
You
although
have
I know
to.
he used to cover like 90 Day Fiancé
did,
and
yeah.
things of that nature. I don't know if he's still doing that, but I just love all of his commentary,
Mm-hmm.
and I am gooped and gagged that he called it on the Speak Pipe.
And
girl.
he's a longtime listener.
Oh my God.
He's a longtime listener.
He's been in the dumpster
He's
with
been
us
listening
this
to us.
entire- Oh my God.
I can't
get
believe
over
it.
I cannot get over it.
I'm
Eddie.
like, we're so
Twitter
famous.
paid
I
it.
know.
Bitch.
Oh my God.
So his unpopular opinion was that Kody.
So he's had a disparity with all of his wives and their relationships. And Robyn was the girl that he always wanted. He ended up getting her eventually, but the other wives were just women that he took on obligatorily because of his religion and his role as this
Like those are the
polygamist.
women that he could get at the time.
Exactly.
But then when fame came knocking at his door,
Mm-hmm.
and with that fame and the news of the show, especially in the community, because
Yeah.
a lot of people think that Robyn heard about the fact that the Browns had been tapped to do Sister Wives. And so she came into the orbit of Kody and Mary in order to insert herself into the show. But like with that fame came this woman who, like, are we talking just physically? This is the kind of woman he wanted, a woman without stretch marks, say.
Yeah, I mean that, and like she's, you know, like younger and everything, and she's not like this polygamist. She's not the typical like,
Right.
you know what I mean? This is what I said last week. Like I don't think he was ever really attracted to any of the wives. Janelle, Christine, not even really Mary. I think he had to be. I think he faked it for a really long time. And then once Robyn came along, he was gobsmacked. He was like, "Oh my God, that Diesel Jeans breakdancing pussy is so good."
Right.
That's what I think. Like, I
Right.
think I totally agree with James. I think that she was the woman he always wanted. She really is the perfect woman for him because she enables the fuck out of him, and she thinks Cody's hot.
For some
I
reason.
can't relate.
No.
So yeah, I agree, James.
And so as soon as he achieved the pinnacle of what he deemed was like the perfect woman,
Yep.
then he's just like, I have no need for the rest of these women.
Exactly.
And even these children, be gone.
Yep.
I'm going to put all of my resources and all my focus on Robyn, which
Yep.
is really sad and really does speak to the immaturity of Cody Brown and just how
100%.
vapid and surface level he is
Of course.
in every single way.
Of course. Yep.
Great comment.
I can't
Great
believe he listens
call.
to us.
Thank
Oh
you
my
for
God.
calling in.
Thank you, James. Oh my God.
I'm psyched.
Again, go to his channel, My Take on Reality.
Yeah.
He is so based and so awesome.
I'm sure most of you are already there.
But yeah,
Yeah.
listen to him if you haven't already.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Call anytime,
Oh my
James.
God. We should collab.
We should.
Wouldn't that be
collab.
so great?
I would love to do that.
We
I don't
would
know.
love
We
to.
might be a little bit too dumpster
Well, he
for
did
James.
say if we want to join in his dumpster.
Oh my gosh! Well, he just seems very classy to
I
me. he seems like a
know.
professorial
We're so
sort of
trashy.
critique on Sister Wives, and we're here just getting drunk
wigs.
and talk in wigs, talking about Cody Brown.
Oh
But
my
if you
God.
ever do want to collab, we are here for that.
Yes,
for
100%.
sure. All right, who's next?
Next one is a twofer. She called in twice. It's from Lauren.
Hi, ladies. This is Lauren, your unhinged Florida raccoon, again for some hot takes. I'll try to talk fast, but I want you to keep in mind I'm watching this show through the eyes of my own, personal religious trauma that I obviously got out of. And then also, having a mother, being raised by a mother that put her, the men in her life always first, way above her children. We were not a priority. So when I escaped, I thought, whatever, I was unscathed. But it took me having my own children to realize and to bring on almost this traumatization, this anger for my mother that, to see how much I love these babies, these children that I made, and the fact that I would do anything to protect them and we were never protected. So keep that in mind. But I hear these interviews with Christine and Janelle, and people want to ask them about the money. But what I would really like to ask them about is, do you have any regret for not making your own children a priority early on when you saw the tides changing? And is there any residual issues or hard conversations you've had to have with your children because of the decisions you made in your...
And it cuts off.
Okay, yeah, I really appreciate that feedback, that comment, and also, Lauren, what you're sharing about your own past. And I personally can 100% relate to that.
Yeah.
I think she's speaking to sort of this sense that a lot of us have. Like, there's so much more to be mined here in this show with these people, with these women especially, and these children. Like, there's so many conversations that I would really love to have. And if I were to just put myself in, for example, Janelle's place, I would, especially after losing Garrison such as she has, I mean, I would imagine that there is so much heartbreak, so much responsibility, so much even shame, so much that she's dealing with. I think it would be profound and meaningful to have Janelle speak on that. Very healing for a lot of us out here who have kind of dealt with some of these issues and aspects in our own lives.
Yeah.
I'm just not confident. I'm not confident that we'll ever get there because, first and foremost, TLC sucks. Second, the production team doesn't care about us. And third, I don't think at the end of the day, Janelle, Mary, or Christine wants to share themselves at that level. They probably already feel personally and individually completely exploited. And they probably understand that they had a hand in exploiting their own kids.
Right.
And at this stage, I bet they'd be reticent to share anything deep with us. I don't know. What do you think?
I agree. And maybe that's why we don't see a lot of the kids anymore on the show. Like, I mean, we have some of the older kids, like Peyton will speak every now and then, and Maddie will speak every now and then. But, like, maybe that's why they don't really participate. Like, maybe they've had these conversations off camera with the kids, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry we've been exploiting you this whole entire time. I would hope so. But we're never going to get that genuine kind of admission on TV because we can't even get them to talk shit about Kody and Robyn when they've obviously been so wronged by them. So of course they're not going to be like, yeah, we were bad parents because we exploited our kids and had them on this TV show in their formative years and had them go through all of this trauma, all of these moves, the breakup of the entire family. Like, we're not going to talk about that. We're never going to talk about that. We can't even talk about Garrison in this season.
No, we can't even see Garrison.
No. They edited him out from everything.
It's really sad.
It is very sad.
Okay.
All right. So Lauren's next message.
Sorry, I got cut off. So I know that my mother and I had some very hard conversations when I was going through intense therapy for my own, childhood trauma. However, I don't think either one of them were good mothers. I think Janelle was a very lazy parent. She saw where the money was going, and whether she, allowed it or not, I don't know. I think she's a unreliable narrator, but there's no way I would have allowed my child to live in a RV while, other kids are living in $1 million mansions. And, these children witness when they're not a priority and when their mother backs down. And I think Janelle was lazy and was fine with her kids getting scraps. And I think Christine, well, I got a lot to say about that, but I'm so sick of hearing her say that she doesn't care what her children think. She's never cared what they think. She's never put them first. She allowed a man to just destroy her until the very end. So I just want to know your thoughts on it, and if you feel like, Janelle and Christine will have any kind of reckoning when as the kids are getting older about, them not being a priority, not being protected like they should have been, and I don't buy into the fact that, well, it was they were used to a religious way of living. So was I, and I can tell you right now, you're gonna fuck around and find out if you mess with my kids. Like, it's not happening. Love you. Bye.
Well, what do you think about that?
I think that from what I see, maybe Maddie has had some come to Jesus conversations with Janelle, because the way they tell it, like, I think Maddie even mentioned on her podcast that her mom said, like, it's just you're really abrasive, like, and you come across really hard. And so I think that Maddie has maybe had these discussions with Janelle, and hopefully it wasn't just about Kody and what a piece of shit he is, and he obviously is, but also, like, Janelle, you also played a part in what has happened to this family, us in particular, your children.
Yeah.
I think you've got somebody like Maddie speaking up for Savannah. I think you've got somebody like Hunter and probably Logan speaking up for Savannah, living in an RV. Now, I can see, like, the family culture for Janelle and her kids. Like, they like to camp. They like to, maybe that Savannah would have thought that was kind of like having an adventure. Although I never got the sense of that. I felt like Janelle presented it as like, oh, this is going to be so cool.
Right.
We're going to be camping in this tricked out RV. But I never felt that sort of excitement from Savannah.
Yeah.
It felt like Janelle was pushing her own agenda on her kid. And I agree with Lauren. That is what she has done from the very beginning. It was lazy and apathetic parenting. And then with somebody like Christine, I agree there too. Christine really never did give a shit what her kids had to say. Christine did Christine and what Christine wanted to do.
Yeah.
And her kids have paid for it.
Yeah, see, like with Janelle, I have a little bit more grace for because she was the one that had to work and provide for like the whole family. And so, you know, her
Mary
parenting,
worked too, and Christine worked at night.
Mary worked barely, but then quit her job and then was doing her own fucking thing. I mean, Janelle was
quit
there.
too, though.
Yeah, I mean later in the season stuff like that. But I feel like with Janelle, like her laziness is more because she had to provide and do all of this stuff for the entire family, and she was married to this guy who was like taking advantage of her financially the whole entire time. And then with like Coyote Pass, I don't know how much of that was because Janelle had no money and she had to go live on.
She bought an
RV.
$80,000 RV. She could have put that down on a home.
I guess,
she was
yeah,
making
that's
money
true.
through TLC.
That's true. So I don't know why she had to do that, but she was also trying to do it to get Kody to like, let's build on the property. Like, what are we going to do? I want my house. She wanted to own a house. But with Christine, I think Christine's more selfish because she only cared about her love and her happiness over her kids' comfortability. I mean, she's literally grinding her cookie.
Yikes.
Her wet cookie all
Oh my God,
over.
stop it. You don't know that it was wet?
It was
You don't know that it was wet?
It was. She was
Oh.
grinding it all up on David in front of her kids and making out with him constantly and didn't care if her kids were comfortable with her having a new man in her life because she wanted to get her box ate. So Christine to me is more of an annoying mom than Janelle is. And I mean, if you look at the relationships Janelle has with all of her kids, all of them still love her and care about her.
Yes.
And they still want to be around her.
Well,
So I
and
mean,
Christine's kids do as well.
yeah, I mean, but Gwendolyn didn't go to her wedding. So it's like,
Yeah,
how
but
good are
that
they
doesn't
really?
necessarily
I'm just saying.
shouldn't be taken necessarily as a comment on Christine's parenting in general.
I think
Or
so.
it could be. Or it could be.
I mean, maybe not her parenting, but maybe her relationship with her kids. Thank you, Lauren, for sharing
Thank
your
you,
story.
Lauren.
Next one we have is from Rachel.
Okay, Rachel.
Hey, Raccoons. This is Rachel from a dumpster in Montana. I just finished watching episode 17, and I'm a little surprised that in your recap, you didn't talk about the fact that Kody explained that he thinks that maybe he needs a lot of attention. Oh my God. Of course, you need a lot of attention. You're a narcissist. And this other thing that I noticed was when everyone was talking about Mary decorating and how much she enjoyed that, that Christine and Janelle both came at that with, oh, yes, I remember that. It was so much fun for the kids and we loved that. And she's really good at that. And Robyn came at it with, she didn't do that for my kids and my kids really missed out on that. So ridiculous. Also, Mary did decorate for Christmas that first year in Flagstaff, and I think Christmas was at her house that first year. If I remember right, because she had that great big house with the elevator and all this stuff. Anyway, I enjoy your podcast. I enjoy your YouTube channel. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Rachel. I think I agree with her because when we were doing the Sister Wives through the years, the Christmas special for Patreon, we did see them. Even
Decorate.
Caleb and Maddie were there and
Yeah.
they were in Mary's house. And so I think we got confused because it was Robyn who said that they didn't do that, or maybe it was Mary who said that they didn't have it was Mary who said nobody came.
Right. Yeah.
I had Christmas, but nobody came. But
Yeah.
that must have been 2020. I don't think it was 2019 when they first got there.
Right. I agree. Yeah. And then we totally forgot to talk about Kody saying,
I think we did mention it a little
Like,
bit, but
barely.
we did not drill down into it.
no.
It was a curious admission.
I know. I'm like, that's weird that you're saying that you require a lot of attention.
I
'cause,
think
yeah,
he hears
we
that
know.
a lot from Robyn.
Really?
I think he hears that a lot from Robyn.
You think she would say that to him?
I do. I think their dynamic is probably really interesting behind closed doors. Whereas Kody with the OG 3 was a certain way with them.
Yeah.
I think behind closed doors, Robyn is the one calling the shots with the money. I think Robyn is probably setting the tone in the relationship.
Yeah.
Personally, That's what I think.
Oh my god. I mean, I can see that.
Yeah.
But you can actually see Robyn being critical of him and his need for attention?
Yes,
That's crazy.
absolutely.
Oh my god. So how can he take that from her, but he can't take the heat from the rest of the wives? Like he has to be so critical about the rest of them, but he can take it from Robyn.
Because he loves her and he got the lightning bolt through his heart and through his balls.
PP. Oh
Yeah,
my
and
God.
so like she can do no wrong and it's divine love,
Oh.
and so it's different. And so if it's coming from Robyn, then it's got to be true.
Oh my god.
And maybe she says it in a playful way, and maybe there is a part of him that is somewhat self-aware that he's clearly
annoying.
A narcissist.
Yeah.
A narcissist.
Attention seeker.
Yes.
Oh man. Well, thank you, Rachel, for your insight on that. Next one we have is from Jess.
Jess.
Hi, B&D. This is Jess calling from the apocalyptic dumpster fire that is Los Angeles, California. And I want to talk to you about Mary. Now, Mary, when she made the comment a couple episodes ago about Kody saying he was miserable for 20 years of the marriage, so he was going to make it miserable for her for the next 20 years, she says in her commentary that she thinks he spews toxic things because he needs to work through his feelings. I want to direct everyone to the episode where Kody is ranting with the knife in the kidneys when Christine was leaving him. Mary's commentary was she's happy Kody said that because Christine needs to hear the truth. So which one is it, Mary? Were you lying then or are you lying now? When he's mad, does he tell the truth? And I think that Mary may lack some sort of empathy for women, the other women. And so I'm wondering what your guys' take on that is. I appreciate your show. I love it and can't wait to hear your comments. Thanks. Bye.
Oh my gosh, I hope you're okay in
Yeah.
LA.
First of all,
Those
first and
fires are
foremost,
terrible.
yes, I think they're still burning in
I
certain
think they are,
places. Like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, we hope that you're doing well and that your family and all your loved ones are doing well as well.
Yeah. But as for Mary, I think she always simps for Kody. I think she's always got to defend him in some way. Maybe not so much now. Maybe on her stupid podcast with Jen. Maybe she'll actually start talking some shit.
She won't.
And be real, but I doubt she will. But Mary has always been that way. Like she's always got to defend Kody and always justify his actions for some fucking reason. I don't get it. Like even with Coyote Pass, like with Janelle, up until she finally saw it for her own self that Kody was not going to be fair with the division of assets, she's still simping for him and being like, well, no, I think he'll be fair, don't you, Janelle? I think he'll be fair. Mary, you're dumb.
Yeah. Well, the difference is that when Kody was ranting about the knife in the kidneys, to agree with him and to support him put her in a better position with him versus talking about the ranting now and classifying that as him just needing to get his emotions out. She's probably saying that so that she's not disempowered by making a statement like that. So
Yeah.
she probably has a lawsuit that is pending, or she's wants some sort of a settlement from Kody. And so it's not safe yet. It's not safe yet to actually call him out fully because she still has a vested interest in the finances of the family. But maybe once she gets her money of her fair share of Coyote Pass and she is completely disconnected from Kody and Robyn, maybe then we will start to hear a little bit more truth from her about Kody and Robyn.
From your lips to God's
We'll
ears.
see. Yeah.
I really don't believe it.
Not holding my breath.
I'm not holding my breath
No.
because she should still do a tell-all book, but she's not going to say shit. She didn't even want the whole melted ring story to come
No.
out. She got all mad at Christine
Yep.
for saying that. So, I don't know. Mary's frustrating.
Yes.
Thank you for your comment, Jess. I hope that you're okay in LA.
Yes.
Next one we have is from Saf.
Hi, Raccoons. I've got 90 seconds, so I'm going to make this brief. I made some notes. I'm Saf from London, and this is what I think about Sister Wives. I've had a drink, so bear with me. So, first thing, I don't think Cody could find three uglier women if he tried. And I have a theory that his semen ages women. You can see that with what's happened with Robyn. She used to be okay, but I don't know what happened to her. Okay, next thing, the show is terrible. It's really bad, but it's also one of the best things I've ever seen on TV. And watching the family fall apart is probably like a highlight of my life at this point. Next thing, I think Cody's got a tiny willy. That's just the energy I get. Christine is one of the most insufferable people on TV. She's always has been, and I really I just hate her. And I hate all this new, it's all about me era. It's so cliche, and I hope truly really just like ruins their lives and just fucks them up. Mary's hair. Can we talk about Mary's hair, please? I feel like we talk about Cody's hair, but I mean, I could just watch the show for her hair, just that. How does it look so greasy, but yet so dry?
Oh my god, this is probably my favorite that we've ever gotten. This is so funny.
Oh my God. I
Woo.
kind of didn't understand the first part of it. Was she saying Cody's semen ages the women?
Yes, that semen ages women because you can see it with Robyn. Because look at how terrible she looks.
What did she say about the OG3?
Let me hear.
Did she
listen
call
again.
them ugly?
3 uglier women?
Okay, that's what she said. I didn't say it.
Look, you attract what you are, right?
That's true. Everything is just you pushed out.
Exactly.
Woo, honey. Going for the kill, but I
Look,
100% agree
I
with regard
mean-
to not the ugliness, with
Oh,
regard to Mary's with regard to Mary's hair. I don't understand
It's
like
so bad.
the choppy layers every single episode. It's getting worse and worse.
And it's so dry
She
because she
needs-
heats it.
She
and
must
it's-
do the
girl, it's so bad.
the straightening
Yeah,
iron,
it's
and
so
it's
bad.
the wrong products, and she needs to get somebody who's in her corner to help her.
Mary's hair has always been something. And I mean, it's been a trip. Just like Cody's. It's
Yeah.
just like, it's never
No, but
been
hers
great.
is on par with that. It's really
It's
bad.
pretty bad.
I mean, Robyn with her big barrel curls that she doesn't like.
At least it looks soft.
Sort of.
Not
And
greasy.
have you noticed her big eyelashes too?
Those are terrible.
What are you doing?
What are you doing with that?
You're 47 years old or something. Like, don't start now with these big Walgreens fake false
Walgreens.
eyelashes. They look preposterous. You look
Look.
ridiculous.
I feel like she's been reading all the comments about everybody shitting on her for her eyebrows last
Yeah, so
season.
maybe she's
and
trying.
so I don't think she's trying. I think she's so insecure. I mean, she's high on Ambien, putting on
Right.
these eyelashes and these eyebrows that she's still coloring in for some reason. I'm
Yikes.
like, just get it microbladed so it looks at least a little bit natural.
Or just get like a makeup
Yeah,
person
like, what are
and
we
get like a
doing?
stylist and like consult with people that make this their profession.
Right.
And like you have the money for it, obviously, because you've stolen it all.
Exactly.
Like you can hire these people to kind of transform your look, Robyn, and any of these women could.
I mean-
I don't know why Jen hasn't told Mary to sit down with a stylist and get a fucking grip.
I think Mary thinks she looks hot as fuck.
And I would agree about Christine. She is so aggravating and
Oh
annoying.
my god, she is so annoying. Even this week's episode, I was kind of annoyed with her because I'm just like,
So shut up.
Janelle's
Just shut
calling you
Yeah.
to talk about North Carolina, and then you got to bring up your
Yeah.
Airbnb.
It's all about me, but back to me.
Nobody cares.
Back to me. And then McKelty.
Oh my god.
Yep.
They're the worst.
They are the worst.
And Kody definitely has a small willy.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
He's giving thin. He's giving noodle.
Chubby.
It's giving 3
It's a
inches.
little chubby.
It's giving pamper peen.
Yeah. It's a tiny peen with big saggy balls.
Oh, yeah.
He's got poor posture too. I mean,
Oh my God.
with
We
the
should
realtor.
totally put this entire thing
Why?
behind a paywall because
Why?
we're being terrible.
Fuck him.
Okay.
Fuck all of them.
All right. I'm just like, it's pretty mean. But I mean, I agree. Seth, I agree.
I agree 100%. Thank
Yeah.
you. That was.
I
Like,
wish I had a drink.
I know, right?
I'm doing dry January.
Me too. I mean, I don't drink.
Right, I know.
Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank
All
you.
the way from London.
Wow.
International.
International Raccoon.
Love it. All right, next one we have is from Kendra.
Hi, Kendra.
Hi, this is Kendra. My unpopular opinion about Sister Wives is that Janelle is a bitch, and I think she was fucking Kody before they got married, and even while she was married to Adam. I have posted this on Reddit. People have came for me, but I think Mary was completely fucking justified in making her life a living hell about a fucking kitchen for years. And then in the book, she said that they were going to get married on her birthday. Like, Janelle's just a bitch. Like, don't get me wrong, I like her. You know, I like all of them to a certain extent. But I feel like Mary had complete and total justification for making everybody's life a living hell. Because me personally, I would have too. I'm sorry, I would have. I would have just like been like, nah, fuck y'all. Because she didn't believe in divorce. So she couldn't leave. You know, this is her religion. And they all told her that she was acting crazy. When, no, she should have been fucking pissed, you know?
Do we really believe that Janelle was boinking Kody while she was married to Mary's brother?
I mean, I could see it.
Really?
I mean, I
couldn't
could
see.
see
I
it.
can't see her being unfaithful.
She's a Taurus. She's a sensual
I'm a Taurus.
being.
I'm a sensual being.
Yeah.
But I can't see her actually doing that.
I mean,
I can see her fornicating though
Yeah.
after she gets a divorce from this Adam person,
Right.
and she's courting with Kody. I can see her maybe dropping it
Well,
low and spreading it wide.
I mean, come on. Even that on its face. Like, you were married to my brother and now you want to marry my husband? Like, fuck you.
Well, but you would have to imagine that Kody and Mary were probably going over to Adam and Janelle's house. Maybe they were
Exactly.
having dinner together. So maybe Mary liked Janelle. I didn't read the book. See, we got to read the book. I bet there's some tea in the book that'll give us context.
Probably.
But Mary probably liked Janelle. And I'm sure Mary had some input as to whether Janelle could come into the family. She would have had to agree,
You
right?
would think so, right? But I don't know. And then Janelle's mom's got to marry Cody's dad, like, right after all of that. I mean, there's probably a lot that we're not hearing from this whole entire thing. And so, I mean, I kind of agree with Kendra that, like, Mary had a right to be jealous. Did Mary have a right to be a big old bitch to Janelle? Probably
For all
not.
these years, no.
Yeah, probably not. And Janelle's kind of a softie, so, like, you know,
Yeah.
don't be so hard on her.
She had to have been really hard for Janelle to
Right.
carry that with her for years and
Yeah.
ultimately be unwilling to do anything about it to heal it.
Right. And then, like, on top of that, too, like, Mary can't conceive. And so then once Janelle gets with Kody, then they start having kid after kid
Pumping
after
out
kid.
babies.
I mean, come on.
And we already know that Kody is predisposed to like bending the rules in terms
Right.
of what he's doing before marriage because we saw him kissing on Robyn while
was
Christine
fucking
was
her.
literally giving birth to Truly.
Uh-huh.
So we know that he already does that stuff.
Well, and he was having sex in college and stuff before he even got with Mary.
That's right, with a man.
Yeah.
That has not been established.
With a man.
I mean, that's
I
not
mean,
been
he did say he.
flamboyantly gay wrestler.
Yeah, I mean, totally.
Oh,
Hardcore.
stop it! You can't say that.
Yes, I can.
You can't say that.
Then you can censor
I'm gonna
it.
have to censor it out.
Why can't you could put it on Patreon?
Okay, anyway, next caller. Anyway, thank you, Kendra.
Thank
Next
you.
caller.
Next one is from an anonymous raccoon.
Oh, God.
I
I always
know.
get so scared on it.
Is it your husband again?
I don't know.
We'll see.
So here are my unpopular opinions coming to you from Virginia, and my name is Jenny. Janelle is lazy and apathetic, and she is not a good mom. She seems like a fairly decent person, but she's a follower. That's why she did so well with employment for so many years. And her job probably had to do something with accounting or bookkeeping, which is why she could apply that, learn that at the job, apply that at the home. And as long as someone is telling her what to do, she is a good soldier. But she does not like to do the heavy lifting. Christine and Kody are basically the same person. They're both fairly attractive people. They both need a better glow up. Christine is kind of coming into her own. She looks better than she's ever looked now. Kody has horrible hair. And he's an ugly individual on the inside, so it's hard to see that he doesn't have bad material on the outside, but they are both that performative, charismatic, over-the-top energy, and like two magnets giving off the same energy, they repel each other. She liked the performative nature of her position in the family, which is why she was putting up with Kody, but also wanted him to be in her orbit. And he really never was. And once Robyn came, it dimmed that action.
Okay, there was a lot there. What are some of your thoughts? Well, I mean, Janelle, apathetic, like
we've talked about
Yeah.
that. Yeah. And then with Christine and Kody, I do think that they are very similar.
That's interesting.
I do think they're very similar because they're both like total attention whores and they're both over the top. They're annoying. I mean, Christine is not as bad as Kody. She's not as like narcissistic as Kody. She has the propensity to love and be a human being, but she's annoying as fuck.
Yeah, I would
And
agree.
so is Kody. So, yeah.
And I could see how two big personalities that truly do require a lot of attention,
Yeah.
how they could suffocate each other and repel each other.
For sure.
Yeah, like there's only room enough for one person, and it was never going to be
Exactly.
Christine. And so now that Christine is free, I can't get her to shut up.
I know.
I can't get her to stop.
For real. And she
Please
found the
stop.
perfect guy for her, this
Yep.
super mellow,
Yep.
who will put her at the center of his
Lays
orbit.
back and just lets her shine.
Lets her.
So that's good.
I was
What?
gonna make a dirty joke.
Don't
but
do
I
it.
won't.
Don't do it. No, we're not going back to the lap dance. We're not
Oh
doing
my God, I
it.
can't.
Thank you, Virginia.
Jenny.
Jenny from Virginia.
From Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, last one we have is from Megan.
Megan.
Hi, guys. This is Megan, a raccoon from Chicago. First of all, the only reason that I even watch Sister Wives is so I can listen to your guys' podcast recap. But I just want to say in this last episode, did you guys notice how Kody was telling the realtor, like, basically his whole life story? And you could just tell that the realtor did not give two shits. And I was just on my couch laughing because the realtor does not care about your ex-wife or your wife that you just let live in an RV. Like, he did not care. But anyways, love you guys. Bye.
My God, so sweet.
It was so obvious. It just reminded me of all the times that I have just been held hostage by somebody just talking at me.
Yeah.
Who didn't have the social awareness to realize that they were talking too much or that they were being inappropriate and that they were sucking all the air out of the room. And then it got me thinking about how many people exist like that in the world.
My family.
It's kind of strange how many people don't seem to have a filter when it comes to talking,
Right.
and don't seem to have the capability to like pop out of themselves and notice that, oh, I'm acting a fool right now.
Yeah.
Or I might be talking a little bit too much.
Right.
They just talk and 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 talk. I'm like, shut up.
I know.
My neighbor is like that.
I know.
Anytime he catches me
Oh my God, I know.
outside, he will make it a point to come out and just start talking at me
Look.
about subjects that I don't care about. I don't care about him. I don't want to know him.
Girl. Can we go uncensored real quick?
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
talk about it. Back to the regular
Yeah.
pod, like with
Yes.
Kody and the realtor. I'm like, this guy looks pained. Like, how does Kody not see that? Like, he's just talking
He's
about
trapped.
skinny dipping in this fucking leprosy pond and talking about Coyote Pass and his ex-wives and throwing digs at them left and right. And this realtor's like, dude, I don't want to fucking be here.
Right.
Like, this $500 TLC check isn't worth it.
Yeah, you know, he just showed up because maybe he could market his realtor business
Maybe.
and get his name out there by being on Sister Wives, but he's just dying inside. And you can just see Kody not even listening to anything he's saying about like how they want to market it and look at the view. Like
Right.
Cody's not listening. He's just waiting for the next opportunity or pause in the conversation so he can insert himself again and start talking.
Yeah.
It's insufferable.
It's crazy.
And if you're one of those people, like if you know that you talk a lot or that you overwhelm conversations, I really need you to do something about it, because I'm telling you, it is just really awful for the person who has to sit there and take it all in.
I know, and there's no room for you in the conversation.
No.
You just have to
Does
nod
it
and
even matter
smile.
if I'm here or
No,
not?
seriously.
Like if I weren't here, would you be talking like this anyway, just to an empty room?
Oh my God, I'm literally like that. Like my family has this curse, and I've apparently taken it upon myself to have it, because everyone I know, including you. No, I'm just kidding.
How dare you? How dare you?
I'm kidding. But like my coworkers
Yeah.
and stuff at work will just talk to me. Like my coworker today, she calls me. She's like, "Can I just talk to you?" And I'm like, "No, I'm kind of busy."
Right.
Okay, well, I just have to talk to you about one little thing. And I'm such a pushover. She talks to me for 45 minutes about her family drama, and then she's
Yeah.
like, "Okay, I gotta go." There was no room for me in the
Yeah.
conversation. I just go fucking
No,
live.
it's what you're doing is you're holding a bucket
Uh-huh.
and you're holding the space, and they're just pouring all of their horse shit into your bucket. And then
Yeah.
when they're done, they're just like, okay, I gotta go. And
Goodbye.
you're left holding this heavy bucket
Of shit.
and being completely drained of all of your energy.
Exactly.
It's called being an energy vampire. And you don't think
Yes.
Kody Brown is an energy
Oh
vampire.
my God, he's the biggest.
He's the Nosferatu of energy vampires. He's fucking Vlad the
He is.
Impaler
100%.
of energy vampires.
My God, that poor realtor.
Oh, but yeah, we noticed that too.
Yeah, we did.
Poor realtor Bemis.
Yes.
I noticed that about that poor guy. Oh, God.
I know. I feel bad for him. But anyway.
Thank you for calling.
Thanks,
We
Megan.
truly appreciate it. Thanks for everybody who called in. We love hearing
Yes.
from you. We truly get a kick out of it. And thank you, James.
Oh my God, hi, James.
Thank you, James, from My Take on Reality for calling us
Oh
and
my
giving us your
God.
unpopular opinion. I am Twitter pated.
The highlight of our life.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Now, is there anything else that we need to say to these beautiful raccoons before we get up on out of here, Beatrice?
Well, if you love our podcast, please go to your favorite podcast platform and leave us a glowing 5-star review. It helps our dumpster get bigger so we can get more raccoons in here. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
We will be back next week to talk more Sister Wives. But until then, please do not forget that we have nothing but love for you. And peace out.
Bye.